here to basically talk about financial crime all night. So it will be around 2.5 hour lecture on financial crime. No, only joking. When we're thinking about financial crimes, we usually, when people are talking to us every day, everyone knows basically the Ozarks. That is what they're thinking about. We know it's a little bit deeper than that, but I always explain to, my investors and others that Ozarks is a very good, like a documentary to actually get into this field. But as we know, there are about $5 trillion laundered each and every year. And of that, we catch around 1%. And to put that figure in perspective, that's actually $30 to $50 billion. So pretty good. Well, we spent $275 billion finding the $30 to $50 billion. So like if I were an investor, I would probably not invest in that use case. So what can we do? Well, if you think about what our people are doing each and every day, the analysts that are sitting in front of the computer trying to figure out what this is that is being presented to them, they are spending approximately 6 hours, and this is repeated in our studies and what our customers tell us, 6 hours a day, actually trying to make sense of what the systems are trying to tell them. So you get an alert, and then you go like, that's a cool Excel list. What should I do with it? So we at Lucinity, what we do, we try to help your people make sense of it by simply creating a language between artificial intelligence and the humans that are sitting in front of the computers all day. And about half a year ago, we introduced Lucy in an event like this. And Lucy is a generative AI copilot, and everyone knows now what a generative AI is. But back then, we were amazed what we could do with AI and what we could actually achieve and the speed up that we could achieve with simply bringing AI to the front end. And that was actually the reason why I founded this company. I was called a little bit crazy 5 years ago, thinking about, why should you have a translation layer between some AI creature in the background and the human beings? But with ChatGPT, we all know how magnificent the AI can really be if it has this human nature of being able to talk to you like a buddy of yours. So this year, Gartner and Datos has awarded us the cool vendor, so now we know we're cool. Datos has said we were the innovation of the year, and we're really humbled from the reaction from our clients and from everyone about what Lucy could bring to you to maybe try to make the day of an analyst a little bit better. And it's not just making it better, it's making it faster. So in case studies, we're seeing it time and time again, that an average case that is taking an end-to-end 2.5 hours, you can do it in 30 minutes with Lucy. And what is more remarkable, our clients are reporting that the analysts are doing it even better. So you're spending less time on just going all over the internet, all over trying to figure it out, and more time actually making decisions. And the decisions have much more quality and most of all, consistency. And as we all know, consistency matters a lot in our business. Consistency means actually maybe the difference between a fine or not a fine. And I wanted to show you a few features of Lucy, what it actually can do for you. And I'm gonna start Lucy now. And Lucy starts by actually reviewing the case for you and tells you about it. It can actually go and start to read the internet for you. So if you know Ozarks, Wendy Bird is the woman that is actually a part of the money laundering ring. And here it's actually reading the internet, going into each and every news story and summarizing what is on that on there. It can take a look at where the person lives, look up databases, summarize it again, gives you a snippet into it. It can gives you an indication into what is actually the risk score, what does it mean, and it can tell you about if the risk score has changed or anything like that. And then you can go down into the transaction list, and if you see in the counterparty there is strain, you can just ask it to do the background check for you, and it runs over sanction lists, it searches the internet, it checks Experian, and then tells you what actually it found. And then we set this into a customer trial earlier this year. And Lucy got fabulous feedback from our users. And one of our customers, they said, this is fantastic, but we do a lot of B2B analytics. So we actually spend now most of our time going to annual reports, trying to figure out whether or not this SMB, if it makes sense actually, whether or not this transaction is going or coming. And we thought about it, or my team started to think about it. Could we actually start to have Lucy talk to files, talk to annual reports, scan them, etc., etc. And could we maybe summarize it like this, like we summarize the internet, etc. And actually today we're announcing the next element of Lucy, which is the ability to start to add files. And now we're actually going through 400 pages of an annual report, which is an example report. And then it goes and scans through a series of questions that it's asking the report on, and checking whether or not there is anything that the human should go deeper into. And we all know reading a 400-page report doesn't take you 1 or 2 minutes, does it? But with Lucy, you can. What is more about this is that after the report is done, and it takes about 10 to 30 seconds, depending on the report, you can then start to ask questions like, hey, tell me about the ESG policy of this company. Take this annual report and that annual report and compare them. Take that credit report and tell me about the credit rating of this company. Take this annual report and tell me about the ownership structure of it. And that is all done through AI and all done through the way that we communicate with each other. So then you probably think that this is pretty suspicious, and then you continue, and it can then now write the conclusion for you that is fit in your tone of voice, and you can then submit it straight to a regulator, saving a few minutes every now and then. That turns into hours, that turns into days. And one of the things that we got a lot of questions on was, oh my God, my analyst will stop reading the text that is coming out of it. Well, we do two things. We make them read it again, and then if the AI notices that no one is reading it, it actually goes through quality assurance. So we've already taken care of that. We are unleashing a new era of productivity in our space. And what we hope to do is, of course, find more money laundering, but do it fast and efficiently so we can turn the numbers of 275 billion and 35 billion around. And I want to thank you for coming, and I look forward to speaking to all of you tonight. We are adding new feature every week to Lucy. So if you have any ideas of, oh, I wish that my analyst would be able to do this automatically, or I wish I could read this kind of website, this kind of a document, please tell us, because it's the only way that we can automate more for you if actually you, the users, tell us what actually to automate next. Thank you.